The Nation Media Group's founder, His Highness the Aga Khan, has been eulogized by the management of the group as a visionary and transformative leader who always wanted the company to be a platform for the vulnerable in society. The management has praised the Aga Khan as a leader who was always modest, despite his eminence, accommodative to the views of others, but always firm and on impactful journalism. NTV's David Mudoka reports on the glowing tributes from the Nation Media Group.
A giant has fallen. His Highness the Aga Khan founded Nation more than 60 years ago. In those 6 decades, the company has evolved into the Nation Media Group, consisting of various print, broadcast, and digital platforms. Those assigned by the Aga Khan to steer the NMG ship have nothing but good words for the philanthropist, who also has a mark in healthcare, education, insurance, accommodation, and energy sectors as well. Nation Media Group Chairman Dr. Wilfred Kiboro says that the Aga Khan was an exemplary leader.
His Highness founded the Nation Media Group, creating an essential platform for African voices that had long been silenced by the colonial narratives. In doing so, he revolutionized the information and media landscape, empowering millions with access to truthful, accurate, reliable, and impactful journalism.
Dr. Kiboro adds that the Aga Khan leaves behind a great legacy.
Through his unwavering dedication to uplifting humanity, regardless of race, gender, ethnicity, or religion, he ignited a flame of inspiration in countless individuals and organizations, urging them to pursue excellence.
Former Nation Media Group CEO Linus Gitahi has also eulogized the Aga Khan while reminiscing some of their interactions, including a conversation with Aga Khan on why His Highness founded a media house during the dark era of colonization.
He told us he was in Nairobi, 24 years old, and he found, that is in 1959, and he found Africans and other people fighting for independence, and they did not have a newspaper that they would engage in this conversation.
The former NMG CEO adds that His Highness the Aga Khan always wanted quality and impactful journalism that would uplift the downtrodden.
And His Highness reminded us why he set up Nation. He set up Nation for serious journalism. He set up Nation to help create the future that we were looking for, that everybody was aspiring for, to work with civil society and others to create that better society. And then he pulled the paper and said, and then you guys launch Boy Meet Girl.
On his part, former Nation Media Group CEO Joe Muganda, who is now an independent non-executive director sitting at the NMG board, says that the Aga Khan was always visionary.
His emphasis was, are you fair to those you are reporting about? Are you being factual? That is where he spent his time, and he believed very strongly that a free press was a key pillar in growing the economy.
Similar sentiments echoed by the chair of Serena Group, Francis Okello, who added that the Aga Khan was modest and open-minded despite his eminence.
Clearly, we are talking of a global leader with a rich legacy. A legacy of dedicated service to humanity, enduring and impactful contribution to human development, a leader that exemplifies that leadership is a virtue in action and platforms to render service.
The Aga Khan died in Lisbon, Portugal, aged 88. David Muthoka, NTV, Nairobi.
Now, leaders across the world have eulogized His Highness the Aga Khan as an extraordinary leader who touched and changed the lives of millions of vulnerable people worldwide. President William Ruto on social media wrote, and I quote, "We are saddened by the passing of the Aga Khan, the spiritual leader of Ismaili Muslims. He was an extraordinary leader who went beyond what seemed impossible to help the vulnerable through his charities in hospitals and schools. Now, Tanzania's President Samia Suluhu also took to social media to say, and I quote, "On behalf of the government and people of the United Republic of Tanzania, I wish to convey our deepest and heartfelt condolences to His Highness's family, the Aga Khan Development Network, and the Ismaili Muslims community. We join you in mourning the loss of a great leader and a visionary whose work has touched and changed the lives of millions of people around the world." Now, on his part, Canada Prime Minister Justin Trudeau eulogized Aga Khan as an extraordinary man of vision, faith, and generosity. And the President of Canada says that he knows his legacy will live on through the many lives that he touched. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres also eulogized the Aga Khan, stating again, I quote, "The Aga Khan was more than just a friend. He was like a brother, a confidant, and a partner in the mission to uplift the lives of many. Our shared dedication to education, healthcare, and making the world a better place created a partnership that lasted for years." For retired President Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president said, and I quote, "The Aga Khan was more than just a friend. He was like a brother, a confidant, a partner in the mission to uplift the lives of many. Our shared dedication to education, healthcare, and making the world a better place created a partnership that lasted for years." I beg your pardon, this is Uhuru Kenyatta's, not the previous one that I read. Now, the AUC chairman, Raila Odinga, said, and I quote, "Aga Khan's death is a heavy blow to the community of good deeds, compassionate humanitarianism, and works of faith. As a country, Kenya has benefited significantly from Aga Khan's works and investment in human welfare, which will certainly live long since he is gone." And that is Raila Odinga saying. Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, who's also the former vice president, who had also personally interacted with the Aga Khan, also joined the long list of leaders who are saddened by the departure of the Aga Khan, stating on his social media platforms, and I quote, "I first met His Highness when I served as the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. It was during this time that Kenya granted diplomatic recognition to the mainly philanthropic work by the Aga Khan. The establishment of the Aga Khan Development Network, which is a major development aid network, has since provided numerous benefits to the country." And that is the statement or the tribute by Kalonzo Musyoka, who, like I said, is the former vice president, but also was once the Minister of Foreign Affairs in the country.